The night was unusually silent. The moon hid behind heavy clouds, and the narrow road near the old railway bridge looked forgotten by time. Streetlights flickered weakly, as if they too were tired of standing guard. At exactly 11:47, an elderly man walked slowly, leaning on his wooden cane. His name was Ethan Hale. At 70, too, life had taught him how to walk alone. His wife had passed away 15 years ago, and his only son lived in another country, too busy to call, too far to return. Every night, Ethan walked this road not because he needed to, but because memories lived here. This was the path he once walked with his wife when they were young and fearless. Tonight felt different. As he reached the bridge, a soft sound stopped him, crying, not loud, not dramatic. Just a quiet, broken sob, as if someone was trying hard not to be heard. Ethan turned his head slowly. Under the shadow of a dead streetlight stood a young woman, no more than 22 or 23. Her long hair covered half her face. Her thin dress fluttered in the cold wind, and her eyes, when she looked up, were filled with fear and sadness. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Ethan gently asked, "Are you all right, child?" She hesitated, then shook her head. "My name is Lily," she whispered. "I don't know where to go." Ethan noticed her trembling hands, the bruises on her wrist, and the exhaustion written all over her face. Life had been cruel to her. He could see that instantly. "Come," he said softly, "I live nearby. At least let me give you some tea." She looked at him with uncertainty. An old man in the dark night was not supposed to feel safe, but something about his voice felt warm. Honest, lonely. After a long pause, she nodded. Ethan's house was small, filled with old photographs and quiet memories. Lily sat on the edge of the sofa, holding a cup of hot tea, as if it were the only solid thing in her life. "Who hurt you?" Ethan asked gently. Lily stared into the cup. "I ran away," she said, "from a life that was already killing me." She told him everything. About being forced into a relationship she never wanted, about dreams that were laughed at, about nights when she cried herself to sleep, wishing anyone, would understand her. Ethan listened. He didn't interrupt. He didn't judge. That alone made Lily feel something she hadn't felt in years. Peace. "You remind me of my wife," Ethan said after a moment, "not because you look like her, but because you're brave, even when you're broken." Lily smiled faintly. That night, she slept on the guest bed. For the first time in months, she slept without fear. Days passed. Then weeks. Lily stayed. She helped Ethan cook, cleaned the garden, and listened to his stories of love, war, loss, and life. Ethan, in return, taught her patience, silence, and the beauty of slow mornings. Their bond deepened, not loudly, not suddenly, but gently, like two wounded souls finding warmth in the same fire. One evening, as rain tapped against the windows, Lily asked, "Do you ever feel lonely?" Ethan smiled sadly. "Every day." She looked at him, her eyes soft. "So do I." In that moment, something unspoken passed between them. It wasn't desire, it was connection. People in the town began to talk. "She's too young. He's too old. What kind of relationship is that?" But they didn't understand. What Ethan and Lily shared was not about age. It was about healing. Still, Lily felt the weight of reality. One night she said, "I can't stay forever. I need to live my life." Ethan nodded. "I know, and I would never cage a bird meant to fly." Tears filled her eyes. "Why does it hurt so much then?" "Because love," Ethan said quietly, "doesn't ask for permission. It arrives and leaves its mark." The night Lily decided to leave, the same dark road waited outside. Before she stepped out, she hugged Ethan tightly. "You saved me," she whispered. "No," he replied. You reminded me I was still alive. She walked into the night. Ethan watched until she disappeared into the darkness. Years later, Ethan sat in a quiet hospital room, his breathing weak, his eyes tired. The door opened. A woman walked in confident, strong, glowing. It was Lily. She took his hand and cried like a child. "I came back," she said. "I lived my life, but my heart never left this place." Ethan smiled, tears rolling down his wrinkled face. "Then my life was worth it," he whispered. That night, as the city slept, Ethan closed his eyes for the last time. Not alone, not forgotten, but loved.